All right, guys, we are here at CES 2021. It's all digital this year, and I am actually excited for this because you guys know how I love the combining of a bunch of my interests into one product, and this is a cool one. So we have board games on one side for this, and on the other side, we have technology, and they're combining together. So I am here with Alexis from LudoTech. How are you doing today?
Pretty fine, thanks. It's nice to be here with you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I'm glad that you were able to make it because we're calling you. You're coming to us all the way from France while we're here in Utah. So I appreciate you being able to make some time for this. And so you guys are showing off OLEM at CES this year. And can you tell everybody at home a little bit about what is OLEM?
Yeah, sure. So maybe to rephrase it, we are board gamer ourselves at LudoTech, and we designed a little robot, which is here, named OLEM. It's a board game console, basically. Our aim is to create a new player experience thanks to technology, but we want to preserve, for example, the social bondings with the players, between the players. OLEM gives you access to many new games. We create games on OLEM. OLEM can interact with traditional elements of the board games. For example, boards, cards, which I brought here to give you an example. One character that can be put on a little stand. You can also interact with miniatures to have greater immersion. And OLEM can find his way on the board with the players, with the different cards. He will really be sensitive of his whole environment. You can access the game library from the application that we give with OLEM and discover many new games. We cover all kind of board games, whether it's strategy, party games, escape games. The aim is to cover a big range of games so that you always have the game that fits the mood of the moment.
I love this in there. And then to kind of give people an idea in terms of your game library right now. So I imagine it's only going to grow, but right now, kind of how big is your library of different types of games do you have?
Yeah, for the moment, we are just finishing developing our 5th game right now. We already have 20 concepts of game in queue, both designed either by LudoTech or with external authors that are used to more classic board games. So it's really great because there is a lot of diversity in it. Maybe to sum up the first games that we developed, you've got a party games that is really quick to play, 1 minute. That's really a warm up, to say so. We've got a little more, a little longer party game that will take you 3 to 5 minutes for each game, and then we go to bigger games with an escape game using OLEM. So that really gives a lot of opportunity to solve some mysteries. And a co-op game lasting from 30 minutes to 1 hour and a half for the longest parties, where you will want to explore a dungeon and steal some treasures from OLEM.
Yeah, I always love getting loot, so that's always a fun part about that. So in terms of games too, and you said you were working with external partners and stuff. Are there any plans for kind of user created games? Because I know that's always big in the board game world, is people kind of taking existing things and kind of doing their own twist on it.
Exactly, and that's we know that it's a big part. Even when playing board games ourselves, sometimes we create some alternatives for the games, but also the games give you some idea, like, oh, we could do board games where we have this and mix it together and see how it goes. So what we are designing for OLEM is a board game creation platform, where the community will be able to develop their own games using our library, or for those that are a little bit more skilled in programming without this library. And they will create their own game, launch it on the app, just like nowadays we do it on the Play Store or the Apple Store, and share it with the community. On our side, at OLEM, at LudoTech, we'll also continue designing new games to give some more content.
Yeah, I totally dig this. And so a little bit more on the techie side, like how many different sensors does OLEM have? Because you were kind of mentioning that it can detect so many things, and then I also noticed that on one of your videos, it has like OLEM going almost to the edge of the table, where I'm like, oh man, is it going to fall off? But it looks like it can detect that too. So yeah, I just want to know a little bit about kind of the tech specs into it.
Yeah, the sensors, as you said, are really important. For example, in the video you are mentioning, OLEM is almost on the edge of the table and can fall off, but we've put some sensors on it. So to give you a little tour of the beast, you've got sensors on each edges. That way you are sure that OLEM will never commit suicide on the edge of the table. You've got also sensors on the sides, one for each, that will give him the opportunity to detect obstacles or a card that will be put vertically on the table or miniatures. And finally, the last one, that is right here. Oh, it's a bit difficult to see on the screen. On the top, so that it can detect, for example, movement from the players, or you can control some stuff with level, depending on the distance you are from OLEM. So that gives really a lot of opportunity, both in safety or game design also, how to interact with OLEM.
Yeah, I love all the different options that you have for it. And in terms of kind of battery life on there, how long does it usually last right now?
We have designed to last several hours. For the first test that we did with this beta version, we've been playing a whole afternoon, and afterward there were only 20% of the battery left that was used, and so we were still left with 80% available on the battery. So that depends also on the game. Some games will consume more energy than others, but we were really glad to see it went even further than what we had planned.
Yeah, I love that. I definitely because I do have a group of friends where our gaming sessions can last hours. So I do enjoy that, it being able to last that long. And is it just charged via USB, or is there a connector that you need to charge it?
We provide it with a little stand that is not available right now. But it's really just laying it on it, not even plugging any cable or something, and OLEM would charge itself on this stand.
Yeah, that makes it easy, so you can just kind of leave it there, so you don't have to worry about it when you go, let's go play a game. Oh crap, we don't have the OLEM charge. It's already ready to go if it's kind of on its stand. So I really love that idea. And then, so in terms of kind of development, where are you guys at? Because you kind of said you're beta testing it. So when are your plans on getting this to market?
So as you said, these are the beta versions. They are produced industrially with industrial techniques. It's not prototyping anymore. We did this production of 20 robots to have a first idea of the supply chain and how to get everything done, and have a first production with the industrial partners that we are working with. To give you an idea, we are about to launch our Kickstarter campaign in the coming month. The date is not revealed yet. It will come pretty soon. We are with the health situation. We are waiting a little bit before launching it, and the delivery of these first batch from the Kickstarter will be around 2022, because we have a lot of, how do we say this? I forgot the word. But maybe to rephrase it, we've got some issues actually with the electrical components. There is a shortage of components around the world, not just at LudoTech. That's really an issue at the moment, in addition to the COVID crisis. So normally 2022.
Okay, yeah, perfect. I mean, so that's a great part too. And I didn't mention, definitely when you launch the project, we'll mention it on our Kickstarter podcast, where we cover different crowdfunding projects, and we totally get it, where there's pretty much a shortage of everything in the world right now. So it's always good to kind of give yourself a buffer time. And I love this idea. And then, so if people are interested in, keeping up with where you guys are in the development of OLEM, and, following along, and hopefully, in 2022, when you guys are ready to ship, be able to pick up one, where should they go?
We are still finalizing the destinations, but the key markets will be US, UK, Germany, and France. But of course, we'll open it worldwide, but it's a little bit more difficult to gain a worldwide, to reach a worldwide public instead of country targeted markets.
Yeah, definitely. And then, do you guys have a website people should go to so they can keep up to date on your guys' progress?
Yeah, sure. You can have a look at LudoTech project on ludo.tech. That's ludo.tech. Nothing else.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys got a 4-letter domain. Those things are like gold. So I totally love it.
That is gold, but it's in the everyday life. Every time you spell it, people are like, isn't there anything left?
Yeah. So I totally love it. And like I said, Alexis, thank you so much for making time for us. I think this is really cool, and I can't wait to see you guys get this out in the world. So, I'm a big proponent of that. Board games are for everyone. It's not just for specific people, and we just got to find the right board game for you. And I think with OLEM, it definitely gives people more opportunities, so they don't have to just go buy one thing, where this can play different types of games and people can find the game that suits them. So I totally appreciate it, and thank you so much for talking to us.
That was a pleasure to exchange with you, Kevin. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, this is Ktdata.net at CES 2021. Hope you enjoy this video, and we should have some more soon.